morning. I've got my camera ready and I'm ready to start Relax and Paint for today. And this week, I want you to think it's a new year for me, so I don't know when you're watching this, but during this year, I want to think about finding ways for you to relax and have some hope that you can do strokes that you never thought you could do. And I want to show you something that's fun and simple, and you can feel like you achieve something and enjoy it while you do it. Okay? So I'm going to get started right away this morning, and let's paint a vase full of flowers. And I want you to see how quick this can happen. All right? So if you like what I'm sharing with you today, please like, share with your friends, and see if they will subscribe so that we can all be growing more lessons right here on Relax and Paint on the Donna Dewberry channel. Any of the supplies that I'm sharing and working with today, I will hope that you would go to my website. It's www.onestroke.com. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be using my One Stroke products. All right, so what am I doing? Oh, the overhead camera. Okay, so we're going to move our camera on over and get started. Okay, so I wanted to show you a fun, quick way to paint this pot of flowers. Okay, now I already got started with a background, which I'll show you and add a little bit to later. I did come in here, let me show you. I've got a large 3/4 flat one stroke brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of medium. This is floating medium. I'm using multi-surface paint. Okay, multi-surface, which FolkArt multi-surface, and it works really wonderful. It's got a sealer in it, and it gives you a nice sheen and a finish. This is medium gray, and I want you to see that I came right here. Let's see, there's a sheen on this. I'm going to straighten this up because it's a little crooked. Now, what I've done is I traced on a vase. I made it on a table, and you could take it, when I freeze this at the end, you can trace the pattern, print it and trace it, and be able to have a great pattern to start with. But I just want to show you, I do a couple of things when I teach my online classes, and those are on onestroke.com if you want to join my classes where we learn more strokes. I take and say this is as wide as my hand from there to there, and that's how tall it is. You can decide any shape you want, and then I decided about 3 fingers from the bottom to make a table. This is 11 by 14. And in the background, I want you to see that I picked up a soft color, maybe a little bit of citrus and soft apple. All right, and I came in here and even added a little bit of aqua to it. And I'm taking that same flat brush and slip, slap, slip, slap. I added a little bit more aqua to take away. A little bit to take away that limey part. Anyway, that's all I did all around where I wanted my flowers to be. My flowers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. All right. And I just wanted to show you little steps I did to get this started. Okay. Forgot my paper towels. There we go. All right. Are you taking a deep breath and relaxing? I want you to see that if you make these 5 circles and then there's a little room for some leaves, then you could do the same thing with any style of bouquet. So make a container, then I'm putting in the 5 circles, and then I just drew little leaves or big leaves off of those circles. All right, so let me show you how I came up with those, and I wanted different colors. I've got this Juneberry, which I think is beautiful, and it's going to be in the back. Or I could decide to put it on top. Let's put it on top. All right. You decide how big you want it. So see, I'm just doing that shape. All right. Now, I don't want to, I'm going to come in here and do this one here in the background, but I don't want to paint my flower to, make detail of my flower until I do my leaves, okay? So it's just going to be a bouquet of flowers. You can take and make your backgrounds any color. I chose a kind of neutral color. And I cleaned out my 3/4 again. And since I used some aquas and some grays, a little bit aqua in the vase, then I could take and use a soft apple. We don't want soft on the outside. So let me show you how I'm going to do these leaves. Okay, I'm going to do the soft apple in the middle. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and pull it down. All right, so now look what happens while that's wet. I'm going to get my sap green and I'm going to push down and lift. All right, so I want to turn this so you can see it better. Okay, so here's my color again, soft apple. Okay, now push and lift into the light green. Let's get some more. Push and lift. Now this makes a real simple leaf, but you got to push hard enough that it pulls into that soft green. Pull. And I like to come back every once in a while and fill this in. Okay, so now look, I picked up a little bit of that Juneberry. See when I picked up a little bit of it? Just puts a little bit of color into the leaf. That kind of fun? Just a little bit of color. So think about what you would like to paint and what colors you'd like to paint. Because what I'm encouraging you to do is use whatever colors work in your house, not mine. See, I keep getting green. Push and pull. Push, pressure, and lift. Push, pressure, and lift. Okay. Now, if this is your first one and you feel like it's not doing exactly like you want it to do, and I do that a lot. I bet you thought I did everything just right because I painted so long, but no. I'll be working on this and go, oh, it's not really what I want it to be. Okay, so that's not really what I want because I wanted it to work better in here, but I was kind of stuck and trying to fill in this area with the camera in my way. So let me come right here. All right, are you being quiet this morning? Are you just thinking what I'm doing here? I want you to see that this is going to be the center. And I'm going to keep going and pick him up that color again. And I'm going to do the reverse. Now, I hate going back. I'd rather the first time it to work out. But look what happens. I can keep coming back in here and then brush it back out to the outside. I can come back from the outside back in and get a nice blend, okay? So right here, a little bit more of this. I'm going to come around here and pull, pull. And then what I'm going to do is from this center, push and lift. Now, I told you it's easier when I pull the dark in right the first time instead of having to go back and forth, because now I'm going to wipe that off and pick up dark green again and just pull lightly. See that? See how nice that blended? Okay, so I did some more dark green, and I'm going to touch and lift, touch very, very lightly. Okay, and I decided I want to put some of that Juneberry because I thought that looked pretty, and maybe a little bit over here. All right, and then pull a stem back in there again. There we go. All right, isn't that kind of pretty? So let's do one again and let me be right the first time. Let's see if I can be right the first time. So here's the stem. So I want to pull it out. Okay. You know you can stop my video and do it with me. And then turn it back on and see what's next. Did you know you can do that? I hope you enjoy the little lessons I'm teaching and that there's something in here that you would really like to accomplish. Okay, so watch this. I want to touch. There's a lot of these looks on Pinterest. If you go look, a lot of these simple flowers like this. And they're even more rustically painted than I'm doing. Okay, their edges aren't perfect. Okay, guess what I need? I'm going to get a little bit of medium. That's a clear gel. Okay. So let's go from the other side. Am I on the camera? Nope. There we are. It's better when the center's wet and you're pulling it all in when the center's wet. Okay. And we'll keep this one light. And then look, I'm on the chisel. That's the chisel right there. I'm on the chisel and I pull in right into the middle, the stem. All right, or the vein in the leaf. So one more. I'm trying to go slower so that you guys can pick up what I'm doing. All right, I picking up that soft apple or any soft green, okay? I don't want you to stress about it. Any soft green. I'm showing you with the best paints that I like to use. Now, I didn't tell you this before, but I like to start at the tip because sometimes when I start here and I start pulling them in, my leaf will get bigger and bigger. So as I'm going here and I start pulling this way, sometimes I keep going and going and it gets way too big. But if you start here on both sides and get a nice tip, then all you have to do is pull back here at the bottom. All right, does that seem easier? So I'd like to share you the things that will help you control your strokes better. All right. And a little bit of There we go. A little bit of pink. It's that Juneberry. It's a berry color. All right, now I might add a few little leaves afterwards, but now we're going to do this the flowers, and it'll be kind of done. So, but I want you to enjoy doing them. So let's work on this. Let's take the flower in the back. All right. Actually, I'm going to do this. You do need to do the flower in the back. Okay. So I'm taking my 16 flat. And let's pick up some white. All right. And I can take and just wave it lightly. Okay. I got some more berry wine. I mean, not berry wine, Juneberry. I want you to see I'm going to stroke some white. And I'm just going to stroke a little bit to get a flower, a smooth flower stroke, using the chisel to get some petals in there. All right. So then these two go on top. So I'm going to take my big brush, my 3/4 brush. Is this a good way to start the morning? I was hoping you guys would feel that way. So I've got some magenta and white to get this color. So look, if I come around, kind of like to have this as a different shape than the first one. See the little short strokes I did? All right, so you saw those leaves weren't very hard. And I should do the underneath ones, but I thought, let's come here and let's do a wave around here. So you see I keep coming over here and getting the white. A little bit more white. Now I'm going to put colors inside the center. There we go. A little bit more. See how I blended it? I blended the color. See over here, I keep going like that. All right. All the way around. Okay, and then I'll put center. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick a little bit more magenta up. And what you can do is put a few petals like this. Trying to make each one of them a little bit different. They could be small versions of the big guy. But, and see, watch how I'm going over that edge of the leaf. So you see a nice finished petal and not those dry areas. Okay, so all I did is look, I'm laying it down and I kind of did a little bit of a petal. See that? Now, I want to put more magenta so it's a little bit darker. And what's going to happen is these centers are going to really make this look good. All right, so I'll do little centers. So I have just different shades. See that? All right. So in this one, I can take my smaller brush No, this is a 16 too. But I'm going to take and double load it. Okay, and then I'm going to crisscross. Let's put some dark in here first. Okay, crisscross, crisscross, back and forth, back and forth. So I know this color isn't showing up yet, but I'm going to show you. Slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap. Back and forth, back and forth. All right, so this is just kind of one color. Has two colors in it, but I over blended it. So now look, I'm going to dip right into the white, and I'm going to crisscross, crisscross, slip, slap. Or I can just use the corner. And I want it more white because I'm putting it in front. Look, stroke, 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 stroke. Or white because I want it to stand out more than these two. Okay, so I'm going to wipe some of that off, but look, I'm going to get a little bit of soft apple. And just put a little bit of soft apple in there. Can you see those colors? If that doesn't turn out, if it's not turning out too pretty, let me put a little bit of aqua. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. A little bit of aqua in there. All right, and I have a little bit of that aqua already in here. So I can rub out some of that brush color in there and rub out, oops. Let me pick up a little bit more aqua. Okay, but now I grab a little bit of white. There we go. There. See the shades I brought in to bring in that color I put in the flower. And I can just come back up here a little bit and then add some more white again. So I don't want to get it too muddy, so I got to be sure that the white still shows because I wasn't happy with the green. And you can practice around and figure that out. It'll happen as you're working with it. Okay, so let's get the big flower, this flower, and I want it mostly Juneberry. And let's put some white. All right, so look at this. I'm going to be up on the chisel. Chisel. A little bit more white. Actually, a lot more white. All right, is that fun? All the way around. You want it bigger so it comes over the leaf. All right. So now watch what happens. I want to stand up on the chisel and kind of like camellias, they go around and around with this kind of petal. I'm not really doing roses, we can, but so each one of them I kind of did different. Like I'm liking that one a little bit more. So let's come back on here. Yeah, let's do a little bit more in here. Okay, and that's the beauty of one stroke. You can pick up more paint. Notice how I picked up more paint and go back with more paint and just restroke. I should go to a smaller brush there. Okay, we'll put that dark back in the middle. Tap it. Tap it in here too, because we're going to put some yellow and some colors in there. All right, so it's just kind of soft and pastel, and I'm going to let that sit for just a minute, and I'm going to come in here with my angle brush, and let's just do a couple of citrus and soft apple. Let's just, a little bit of green too, a little bit of sap. All right, with the angle brush, look, I can push down and stand up, and it gets a point. Let's do it one more time, watch. Push at an angle, stand up, and it makes perfect leaves every time. See that? Perfect little leaves. All right, and also watch this. I can touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull. Little strokes that are falling down, little greenery falling down from the vase. A little one over here and over here. See how that color pops on top of there? Okay, so the last thing, you can even make them smaller. The last thing before I do a center is I can come right here. So you make your vase or basket or container. Just find one you like, pencil it in or put it with chalk. Make circles, and all your flowers can look just like that one. I gave you a couple different ideas. Make circles where you want flowers, and then make some of those large leaves. You can just stop with just the large leaves. All right, so are we about done? Thank you for sharing this with me this morning. I just thought I want to do a quick and easy bouquet. I put some medium here because this is a little thick. If it's not thick, you don't really need it. But the floating medium is what I use when I need it to move and it's not moving. Okay, so let's get the yellow, light. This is daffodil yellow and white. All right, so I can come in here and just tap this. And every once in a while you need to wipe that off because it picks up the Juneberry color. All right, so see how that really adds? It's putting some color in there. Then I can also come in with a little bit of citrus. So it's citrus white and yellow. And then I'm going to come in with my medium scruffy. And I'm going to pounce while it's dry, yellow. And then I'm going to pounce some dark sap green. So yellow and sap green. So see how it's on there? All right, so I'm going to keep the dark green down. And I'm going to pounce in a half circle and do the center. So I can pounce in a half circle and do this one down here too. A little bit more sap. A little bit more sap here. Okay, so the yellow with a teeny bit of white is going to be that top. Same thing here. So I took the yellow and spun it around. And look, I just can tap a little bit of white. And I just keep turning it. There you go. So, see, didn't that make those come alive? There we go. So I think that's fun. And at this point, let me go back over this again, okay? So I took my canvas. I decided my container, did a big oval with a pencil, did a big oval, made 5 circles. Then I came off of those. I just pulled stems and made little fat bubble leaves. Okay. And then I made a table at the bottom. So then I took my color. You saw me. I took my brush, my bigger brush, and I put a line here and went like this all over the whole piece. Then I added some other colors if I wanted to. See, I brought some aquas in. And then I put a white table and a white vase. And then I started working colors in and the medium gray underneath. So it gave it life. And now you saw how I did the rest. So go back and watch it again. Get yourself these are cute little canvases, like really 6 by 6. It looks fun on little canvases too. And so this is what I'm asking. Please, please paint even one blossom with a couple of leaves in a little container. All right. And show that to us on our Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group. We want to see what you accomplish and just share. Tell them what you like about relax and paint. Tell me my favorite thing that you painted so far with me or that you wish to paint and share. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys make my morning and help me feel like there's hope and making somebody happy out there. Thank you. Bye-bye.